It was a spectacular. The scaffold. Everything rattled. Great to see you again, Mr. Henderson.
Great to see you too, George. Great work back there with the cable car.
Is Pearl okay?
I wish. I'm afraid we're having one of those days where everything goes wrong.
Tell me about it. What have you been up to since we last met in Quaramonte?
Well, there was that little sideshow in Rome, but we can't talk about that.
I do?
Why?
Tops.
Need to know, Nick. Dwayne is,
Don't you mean...
No way, honey. A snoozer's at least 2 pay grades up from a sleeper. Anyway, I don't believe I've had...
Nicole Collar. Call me Nico.
Well, how's about that? So, no wonder you've been hiding her away from me.
gosh,
It's lovely to finally meet you too, Mr. Henderson. George has told me so much about you.
Oh, call me Dwayne, my dear. And let me assure you of one thing. Everything you've heard is quite possibly true.
Dwayne was loud, large, and short-sighted, but boy was he a charmer. Is there anything we can...
I sure as hell hope so, George. She's been planning and researching this trip for years, our little pilgrimage. And Santa Cova Chapel here was the cherry on the... Not a thing she don't know about this place. Madonna, blah, blah, blah. Chapel built in, yada, yada, yada. She's Santa Cova's very own walking encyclopedia. Well, weeping encyclopedia, I should say.
So what brings you to Santa Cova?
Pearl's idea from the get-go. Ever since the unfortunate car accident back, gotta be full of wonder and life-changing imagery. Got to have penance potential. Got to offer a real spiritual experience.
Well, I'm sure this place will be very spiritual.
If the chapel is not what she expected, how about the...
Hot dog, no. That place is for tourists. No.
You said she expected...
No, that's what the brochure promised. Pilgrimages, little monk fellas, singing, shafts of light.
Smells, bells, and hep...
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. There.
Pearl could be a mine of information, if we could just share it. She wouldn't want to see it. Pearl. Shh. I just want to ask her if she knows...
George.
Nico? So what did you mean by...
I'm talking...
Oh. Any idea how...
That's what...
So...
That's the long and short of it, George.
I found a statue.
Great. Well,
Poor...
she's in... If we're going to find the time,
So,
I pin my hope.
got any ideas?
Have you found... Church smells don't get much more attention.
But Pearl had already claimed this little... I needed something more... Showing that to Pearl would only... It produced a dull sound when... It produced a dull... The scaffolding was a little loose. Everything rattled. It produced a dull. The hammer produced a promising sound. G. G. A.
What are you up?
Look, I made a church. That sounded like an A. A. B, if I wasn't mistaken. B. Wrong. It was rickety. Well, that was fun. It was a selection of... My mother always said cleanliness is... Not a snowball. They didn't... I didn't want to set my... That... It was an... I put the shavings in the mug. I lit the shavings. They smelled not completely unlike... The shavings were slowly burning. Nope. I sprayed the shavings with Brett. Delightful. I put the scented shavings in. I lit the scent. I poured the turpentine. The hammer produced a prominent. A. G. B. G. A. An F sharp. G. It was rickety scaffolding cluttered with F sharp. G. B. A. G. I had it. It was the tune Dwayne was humming.
Georges, let me have a go.
Wow.
Yep. Leave.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, she seems to be feeling Ave. Maybe this place is.
How you home?
Me? Pearl. Oh, excuse. There.
We could. I lit the candles on the candelabra. Hey, Nick. How come your Ave...
Guys,
I rested the side mirror precariously. I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra. I secured the mirror in place with some yarn. That should do the trick. Now that was something. The light from the candelabra, waves of
Pumpkin. Oh,
What?
the lights of the and
Yes?
the Madonna. I do believe tears. Forget poor Jenny.
Oh, Pearl, my precious.
Well, now I feel my soul's floating up. We can get on with our pilgrimage.
Just another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her. Mrs. Henderson,
George, dear boy.
how you feeling?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I have just seen a miracle, George. It's all gonna be all right from now.
I'm sure it is, Mrs. Henderson. What can you tell me about...
I read that the black she's called. Some say the original, but Dwayne and I know.
We sure do. This one is the real McCoy.
What can you tell me?
Well, dear, it was built down. It survived the Napoleon, but the chapel is still.
Or a...
What was?
Yes. Pearl, does this mean...
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations of
What?
Judas, and you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself. That's enough now, Dwayne. You know my feelings.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions.
Then there's the
Something special?
Well, if I remember rightly, back in the 30s and 40s, the workmen uncovered new amongst them.
But that's amazing.
Oh, it's not there.
Oh.
It was considered blasphemy. Sweetheart, I think it's time for us. The road to enlightenment.
'Tis the pilgrim's lot.
It was so. And
We're not...
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might. Keep an eye on our...
poor.
I'm not...
Don't worry, this little... Bon voyage.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Nico, don't even start.
Little lamb?
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we? Okay. This Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned...
You're right. We need to find it.
The view... It was a wall. It was a stone praying to the Madonna, probably. I couldn't see anything. I hoped this was the... Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
So what now?
Pearl was right. I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing... The medallion... The medallion matched the... I'd already found the Ouroboros. The crank handle was connected to the candelabra. That... I pulled the Ouroboros. The carving should have... I didn't want to set my pants. I didn't want to set my pants on. There was a Puritas. What was that noise? I knew it. Another secret passageway.
Amazing, Georges. How did you do it?
Just another case of the old stope.
Are you scared?
Of course not. Whoa, this is one dark cave.
It's the...
Oh, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. Now we panic. Hey! I gotta say, Nico.
Traveling with you, Georges, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever...
You're right. What was I... You see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the... dark. Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new? The wall felt like it had... I didn't want to use... It wasn't the time to... The thing had branches like... It felt cold and smooth. It was cold to the touch, and it was stone. There was some kind of thin twine in the middle of... Hey, Nico, Whoa!
It must be Guénon. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up. And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brain.
Okay, Georges. What is this place?
Who knows? But look at the Gnostic symbols.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
It looks like the Virgin Mary, but I don't think it is.
What do you...
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder... It must be Mary Magdalene, of course. Marquez told me that this place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
There's got to be something to release that door.
But if it was that obvious, don't... Guénon had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out. I wonder what he'd been up to. The photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. Guénon had written on it. Someone, presumably Guénon, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. Nico!
What?
Is this what I think it? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Guénon did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for this?
And why go to such lengths?
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon.
The question now is...
I prized the map. It looked like Guénon had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late. I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, but rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Ganon left a secret message in his testament. I picked up the old gun. It was too corroded and rusty. It was a fedora, just like the one in Ganon's truck. It had to be Ganon, in which case the body had been there for decades. There was a bullet hole in the side of... Just like us, he'd been trapped. Ex luce veritas. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame. It was an old wall. The contents had long since... It was an old flashlight. It looked like it died around the same... There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if I'm sure that they...
The red robes. It all... So...
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when...
Oh,
Yep,
so the Gnostics think that the suckling...
I guess so. I didn't want to burn. It was an old rust. A group of figures looked. They were all colored red. A large carving. All the other figures in the scene seemed to be supplicating. The carved figure, I wondered if it was... Blue paint was peeling. I wondered if it was... The pillar had been sculpted into a... I knew it was supposed to be the tree. The pillar had been carved into the shape of a tree and painted green. I knew it represented the... Hey. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure yet,
Laughing boy over there may beg to...
but Georges, he didn't... When I held the map up to the writing on the map started to react to the heat. Well, I'll be darned. What is it?
At a guess, the locations on the map might match up with the ones he's marked on this photograph. If this letter matched the one on Ganon's translation, this must be the location of the Sun City. If the letters match the ones on Ganon's translation, this must be the Mountain Kingdom. If this letter is the same location as the one marked D on Ganon's translation, This must be Sunset Mountain. If this letter matched the one on Ganon's translation, if the letter E, I guess that finding the town, figuring out its purpose, according to the translation, some guy called the Sun King won the symbol. If Ganon's translation is correct, Ganon had marked this symbol in I wondered if Ganon's notes on the photograph might help me decode the tabula. She translate. Ganon had marked this symbol. That was the first row of symbols cracked. It was all starting to make sense. That wasn't right. So, these are directions. Begin at Sun City, travel 5 days east to a river, travel south 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers. Hey, Nico!
Fantastic!
The Tabula Veritatis, it's a set of Take a look at the inscription says to start here at Sun City. Ganon hid the location. It then says to travel 5 days, then turn south to the source of 4 rivers.
And what is there?
I'm not sure, but...
Right. Important. And guess what?
You have?
Look, while you were busy playing...
What did it do?
I'm not sure.
It didn't open.
Perhaps we missed...
Must be.
Then let's...
I gave the statue a push, and it turned anti-clock. In the lost language of medieval mechanism, unfulfilled. Nothing. I gave the statue another shove. Nothing had happened. Nothing had happened. I didn't. The ornate The medallion fitted snugly into the socket. Whoa.
The light from the medallion.
This could be our ticket.
If you're right, that explains. He didn't.
I wondered if... I knew it was supposed...
That sounded like...
I gave the statue another shove.
That sounded like something important happened.
Is that the door?
Thank God.
There could have been worse ways of being...
It is the... Come on!
I needed to grab the medallion before we left. It was way too... Nico and I had the Tabula Veritatis at last. Now all we needed to do was to find Eva and rescue Marquez. And make our...
Don't die on me now, old man.
Georges, it's Langdon.
Stay back.
For the last time, where is the tabula?
You'll never find it.
It's here in this chapel.
Just tell him.
I will tell you nothing.
Look at your daughter, senor. My man would be happy to hurt her.
You will bring chaos to the world.
Georges, we have to do something.
You're dying, old man. Tell me what I want to know.
You'll never find it.
With luck, Langham wouldn't notice that the gun was useless. Hold it there, Langham.
Well, if it isn't my least favorite American. Where is the tabula?
Even if I did have it, why would I give it to you?
Because you don't have a choice.
For God's sake, shoot him, George.
Yes, go on. Shoot me, why don't you?
Don't push me!
That gun would never fire. Give me the gun before...
I didn't rate my chances with just a rusty old pistol.
Now, do you have the tabula?
I don't have it.
You're lying. I promise you I will. I ask again.
I really...
I warn...
No!
Mon Dieu!
You will rot.
Not he... Now hand over the So, the Tabula Veritatis. Thank you. The world will be a better place, George.
What?
Lucifer will...
You can't destroy Jehovah.
I can. And I will. Bring the girl. She may be of use.
Langham, no. Please.
As for you two, I admire your... One of my men will... If they try to follow me.
With pleasure.
Eva.
Senor Marquez,
You must get the...
we don't even know where he's...
All we know is that it's...
Nothing...
There was a note, something about...
And we found a map. It shows the source of 4 rivers.
Can it...
You know it?
In Genesis, there is a river. It flows...
Where is this?
Eden.
The Garden of Eden? But that's just...
No. It's where Jehovah created life. Where Lucifer. Where the gods.
And now Langham has the tabula to lead him right to it.
Only you can stop him. You must defeat him.
But how?
Eva, she will know.
He'd gone, but I knew he was right. We had to stop Langham. And rescue Eva. He's dead, Nico.
Langham would have killed him anyway. You mustn't blame yourself.
That was no use. Marquez was dead. Listen, this is a big mistake. You have to...
You stick your head out of that door and I...
There was a door at the bottom of the steps, but I would never have... It was a door to... I didn't think there was a way down to that door from inside. The drain pipe entered a... Hey, over...
just try it, sunshine.
Yikes. That wasn't going to get me anywhere. That wouldn't work. That wasn't... Hey, Nico, I've got a plan.
Roger, George. What?
I'm going to place the radio out here. Maybe it'll be enough to distract. Give me a second to set this up.
Got it.
I carefully position...
Quick, George.
I'm warning you.
You must let it...
I could use the target practice.
There was no way I was going to get out there with that armed guard. The radio had slipped out of reach. The radio had Nico, that thug is...
Let me... Hey, handsome.
Look, love, I'll just as happily put a bullet... If you fancy your chances,
You could have just...
Any luck?
I gave you my best job. I think it's time to start thinking of another way out.
Could you use your radio to get the guard's attention? Wait till I'm out on the balcony. Then we'll know if he falls.
Sure.
Okay, Nico.
don't think I won't shoot you.
If I wanted to be sure to hit him, I needed... The guard was already pretty worked up. The hammer hit the guard on the head. Nico, let's...
What did you do to the guard?
Those steps must have been slippery. He took a little tumble. Nico, look. There's a cable car ready to go. Quick, before Langham locks down the system.
You don't think perhaps we should have waited for the next one?
Well, we caught it, didn't we? What's all the fuss? Now, if I can just open this window, I think we'll be fine. Okay, maybe not.
Don't panic just yet.
The catch was on the inside. I couldn't get... I couldn't...
You hanging in there?
Let's face it.
The window catch was on the in. That was the cape. It was very much. Damn it. It's a...
Just...
Nico!
So, we meet again. I've come for my painting.
What painting?
La Maledicción.
Gesundheit.
Don't play games with me. We both know the painting conceals a treasure, mister.
You know, even if the painting was yours, I wouldn't give it to you. You're just a common gang...
A fine set. But I won't let you cross.
Again?
You stole my ruble. My Platinum 12 ruble.
That was just an old coin.
$150,000 worth.
Wow. Well, a guy could do a lot of redecorating with that.
Ah, enough of your American humor. You will tell me where to find the treasure, and you will tell me now.
Not gonna happen. And did you really just say, so we meet again?
Hello? Down here?
Oh, hello, miss.
Could you help?
Sorry, no. But while you're down there, maybe you can clear something.
What?
Something you said when we first met.
Do I have a...
Exactly
choice? I don't...
You see, I'm a determinist. Goes with this line of work. But what you said in London made me... Is there such a thing as free will? Because if there is, then I've made some pretty dodgy choices. So help me out a bit.
So...
No. But I am a little worried. This whole free will...
We have a choice. Just like you've got a choice, right?
I don't know. I'd like to. But the
My philosophy... So, you're a determinist. Isn't that just an excuse to let Medovsky boss you around?
At least I know who's controlling...
Of course.
So, you chose to leap off that cable?
Yes, because you did choose to shoot at me.
Well, yes. But I didn't choose to shoot that geezer in the gallery.
You never intended to kill Henri?
I just wanted to rough him up a... But the gun went off and the rest is... Free will didn't come into...
But you'd made that... The fact he died was an...
So you think I've got a chance of...
If by redemption you mean a spell in jail with Danov a good bit, then yes.
I need to chew this over some more.
Well, with a little more persuasion. It's love, but couldn't we discuss...
No way.
Why not choose...
Oh.
See?
He died?
Exactly. Can't you stop?
As I said, it'll be futile. His actions are predetermined, like mine.
Face it, Shields. Determinism is just a way to hide.
Maybe you're right.
What do you enjoy?
Well, I like footy, a good scrap, and topiary.
So, you're...
Gotta love the beautiful...
So if determined is, what would be the point?
Sometimes when I think I'm having an epiphany. Of course, it might just be indigestion. No, it's definitely an epiphany. I think you're... The only thing that has led me here is me and my actions. I'm going to talk to the boss. Boss! Boss!
What is it, you imbecile? How many times have I told you not to interrupt me when I'm about to kill some... Remember what we agreed. I am the big...
And I am the little man who...
Exactly. So...
There is one...
Well, don't let me...
If you say...
Oh. Oh, dear.
There you go. Free will under orders. Now that is what I call a real paradox.
Josh, you took your time back there.
Medovsky and I had a lot to catch up on. And you and Shears seem to be getting on just fine. So, I figured you'd holler when you were done. Always nice to see old friends.
Oh, thank God it's you two. You would not believe what just happened.
Try us.
Oh dear, the monks aren't gonna...
We had a little philosophical disagreement on the way up. Nothing the little TLC won't fix.
Yeah, they're not really broken, more... It's amazing what a lick of paint can do.
What's now?
We find Langham, we stop his crazy plan, we rescue Eva, and you...
When you put it like...
So, how...
Well, we've got a...
True, Mesopotamia. Or Iraq, as it is now. Not exact...
Need a lip.
I don't think we'll catch...
I'm not talking limo, mate. I'm talking Medovsky's full-on, fully fueled taxi ticket Learjet 60.
You think you can get...
Wouldn't be the first time. I've got the keys, the contacts, and the full drinks. How about it?
The last thing I remembered was getting on board and accepting a cocktail. Hello? Anybody there? What happened to the lights?
Is that better?
Whoa! Senor Marquez.
Indeed. Hello, Joe.
But you're...
Does death worry?
You bet. I got...
You have no choice. You cannot allow Langham to destroy Jehovah. Lucifer and Jehovah must rule in harmony.
Don't listen to him, George. He is here to lead. He is a Gnostic, a heretic. Lucifer is the devil. He should be defeated. Jehovah must reign supreme.
Whoa, hold your horses, pal. I'm no big fan of the devil, but follow Jehovah, and what do you get? Subservience, repression, mindless conformity. I'm more into sex. Bacchus is the...
Ah, see what you get when you turn from Jehovah. A paint-spattered head in it. Don't listen to either of them, George.
Hey, I'm...
Nor
I were best forger in the business.
and I gladly died for my faith, as did...
Whoa, fella! My dream, That seems to me that what you call greed, he'd call ambition, and your subservience is his order. And I need advice.
Have a stiff drink and go down fighting. You're a dead man walking.
Nonsense. Put your faith in God, and he will be your shield.
Don't listen to them, Joel. Maintain the harmony. But you have the answer.
In my...
Josh?
Charles, wake up. You were dreaming.
What? Oh. What was all that about?
You were dreaming. Something about sex and drugs from the sound of it. Well, that looks like the...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I hope you've had a... The temperature in Eden is a pleasant... We shall be landing on a flat plane about... which you will find is a pleasant slope. Fasten your seat. Finally, may I take this opportunity? We do hope.
Come on, I think we're nearly there.
Wait, Jacques. I think Shields is having a moment. You go on.